Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 19th. We're a little bit delayed because of technical difficulties, so it's 9:40. If you'd all please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Start with a prayer, please. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen.
Amen. All right. Move to approve the minutes of the November 12th Commissioner meeting.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion or changes? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. And now open for public comment regarding any pending resolutions. Seeing none, go ahead and proceed with our resolutions. We have the County Engineer's Office. Dan Becker.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I've got one resolution for your consideration today. It's authorizing the county engineer to purchase a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 pickup and service body,
Move to approve.
Second.
and then our permits.
All right. Moving second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Next, we have Jeremy Cinco, our sanitary engineer.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Two resolutions for consideration today. The first is authorizing change order number 4 for the Fenn and Marks Road water main replacement project. And the second is authorizing the sanitary engineer to request statement of qualifications for design services. And that'll be for the 2025 year.
Move to approve the two resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Next, Holly Murin, our Human Resources Director. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning. I have 3 resolutions today. The first resolution is approving our personnel changes. 1 new hire at Job and Family Services, 2 promotions at Transit, 1 lateral class change at Job and Family Services, 4 rate increases at Job and Family Services, and 1 leave of absence at Job and Family Services. Second resolution is amending the table of organization for Medina County Public Transit. And the final resolution is appointing an excess insurance carrier for the county's workers' compensation self-insurance program.
Move to approve the 3 resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks. Brett Thomas, our Finance Director. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I have 12 today, so I'm not going to be as fast as the other guys, but they're all pretty quick. Our first resolution is increases of appropriations. Our second resolution is our transfer of appropriations. Though this is a long list, most of this is actually all housekeeping as we reach the end of our budgetary cycle. So we just kind of need to go through and make the little tweaks for accounts that have either drifted slightly outside of their scope or moving things around for last purchases at the end of the year. Our third resolution is expenditure adjustments for various funds. The main one of here that is of significance is the MHIP grant for adult probation. We have some grant funds that we're getting to use that we move some costs into. Our fourth resolution is revenue adjustments for various funds. This is the large one on here is just because we actually received a grant from the state of Ohio faster than we even had an opportunity to put it on resolution. You can mark that one on your calendar.
Okay.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
Maybe the last time it happens, too.
So we had to do a movement because we had to deposit that check before we had a place for it.
Okay.
Our fifth resolution is cash transfers for various funds. There was a typo on the original draft resolution for that. The purpose for it remains the same. We had originally listed it both from Fund 5037. It is going to 5031, but that's for the purposes of Family First Council. Mm-hmm. Our sixth resolution is a transfer for 4D reimbursement. I have been trying to hold this off as we are awaiting information for the Clerk of Courts and Domestic Relations Court. Again, due to Tyler and the Tyler Courts package, we have been unable to have those courts provide us with appropriate the DR court has been unable to provide us with its appropriate calculations. We've had to since go back and start manually calculating that. In the meantime, we are going to go through and process the prosecutor and the sheriff's portion of the 4D contract, because those are not held up by that process. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Okay.
The seventh resolution is our cash transfer for our social services levy fund that we do twice per year. Our eighth resolution is the acceptance of the fiscal year 23, sounds weird, but it is correct, COSUP grant, which is the Comprehensive Opioid Stimulant and Substance Use Program between OCJS and the Drug Task Force. That grant is in the amount of $241,975.72. Our ninth resolution is the purchase of 7,100 gallons of unleaded gasoline. As usual, Ports Petroleum has come in as our low bid at $1.93.15 per gallon. Our 10th resolution is the expenses of the county engineer. A quick traveling for the County Engineers Association of Ohio in Columbus. Our 11th resolution is expenses of other county officials. We have a trip for Veteran Services to Dublin and JFS to Columbus. And finally, our 12th and final resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $1,923,545.76.
Move to approve the 12 resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Next, Matt Springer, our County Administrator.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have a total of 6 resolutions. The first one is creating the Medina County Opioid Settlement Funding Committee. This would consist of 6 individuals who would ultimately make recommendations to the commissioners on future opioid settlement funding. The second resolution is for the hiring of a beautician at the county home. This is something we've done in years past. This would be for a term beginning on January 1st, $260 a month. The third resolution, also at the county home, is for medical services at $800 a month. The fourth resolution is an assignment of our existing electrical aggregation agreement. Recently, Energy Harbor was acquired by Dynegy, and so there'd be no contractual changes in our existing aggregation program. The fifth resolution is approving an access and user agreement with the Hinckley Township Police Department. They purchased new equipment that would tie into Central Square, so for law enforcement purposes, they could use Central Square for information for law enforcement. And then sixth and final is the improvement of an agreement with the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. And this is for Title III funding in the amount of $585,100 for a 1-year period beginning on January 1st of 2025.
Move to approve the 6 resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Thanks, Matt. Richard Delson, our Chief Building Official, with a report.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Building Department's report for October. Seems like we're heading for a photo finish comparing with last year. The overall value of construction that we get in our reports or on our applications is about $266 million so far for the year, and that's 10% above last year at this time. The average cost of new homes dropped a fraction, it's down to $409,000. And new home starts for October was a little bit higher than normal. We had 37 home starts. That's about 3 more than average. But comically, our receipts for the month of October compared to this time last year is within 1% of last year for the monthly receipts. And then when we turn to the year-to-date receipts, we're still within 1%. Just a touch under last year at this time. So it'll be interesting to see how the last 2 months play out.
So the commercial is down.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Residential's up just a bit. And so moving to page 4, it's permits by townships and villages. And page 5 is commercial permits by townships and villages. And the last page is a list of the commercial permits and their estimated values. And nothing super surprising. No super big projects or anything. So we're just doing fine. Our review times are still good. Nothing special to report. And this will
Very
be
good.
on our website later today for anybody that wants to.
I see we have
Take a
Wadsworth
look at
added to the report now.
Well, they're on as commercial. I doubt that you're seeing it on as residential yet. Is that page 4?
Oh,
That just
The
started.
homes say,
Yeah.
oh, that's Wadsworth
Yeah.
Township 5, Wadsworth Cities.
Yeah, but
okay.
we are working on getting it added, so it'll be ready to
Super.
go,
Good.
you know, when it's time. Yes.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Commissioners' resolution, we have a resolution appointing members to the Medina County Port Authority Board of Directors. We have 2 vacancies for the Port Authority. This would appoint Jordan Sandridge and Vincenzo Veglia, who goes by Jim, to that board for a term, 4-year terms beginning January 1st, 2025, and ending December 31st, 2028.
Move to approve.
Second,
Moving second, any discussion?
they were both excellent choices. Yes.
Yeah, they were. Very good. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes, all right. Resolution appointing a representative to the Medina County Floodplain Board of Appeals. Dave Williams indicated he does not wish to be reappointed to another term as a representative on the board, and Sally Albrecht has expressed interest in being appointed and serve. Jeff Brandon and Tom James have expressed interest in continuing to serve on said board, and commissioners like them to continue to serve. Therefore, this appoints Sally Albrecht to the Medina County Floodplain Board of Appeals, and her term beginning January 1st, 2024, expiring December 31st, 2027, and that also Jeff Brandon and Tom James hereby reappointed to the Floodplain Board of Appeals with their terms continuing through December 31st, 2027.
Move to approve.
Second,
Moving second, any discussion? Thank them for their service. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right, this reappoints a member of the Community Action Wayne Medina County's Board of Directors. Ann Finnerty currently serves on there. She has expressed interest in continuing to serve, and this would continue her to serve ending December 31st, 2025.
Move to approve.
Second,
Moving second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
yes.
Hambley?
Yes. Another reappointing members, you could tell it's the end of the year, we have all these things coming up. The Audit Committee, it's come to the attention that Frank Festi and Ralph Berry's terms expires December 31st, 2024. They've both indicated that they wish to continue serving on our Audit Committee, and I want to thank them for their service. This would extend their appointment on that Audit Committee an additional 2-year term, expiring December 31st, 2026.
Move to approve.
Second,
Moving second, any discussion? Roll
Both good
call.
choices.
Yes, indeed. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right, now this appoints commissioners alternates to the Medina County Planning Commission for 2025. The one we can attend, we have as our alternates. This appoints for the year 2025 Anna Mesker, representing myself, Cynthia Engelman, representing Colleen Sweattick, and Tom James, representing Aaron Harrison.
Move to approve.
Second,
Moving second, any discussion? Just thank them for their continued service. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
yes.
Hambley?
Yes, all right. Now open up to public comment. Stan, you're the public here. You have anything?
I would have been the only person that would have known it was a different meeting.
It's probably true.
But to give you credit, you would have known that even had you not been in the room.
Yeah,
So-
that's right.
I
That's
think
true.
Sarah would have known too.
Okay, we have a couple. All right. Well, no public comment. We'll go ahead and open up for discussion. Matt, do you have anything? Colleen?
I'm good.
All right.
Um,
Aaron?
One thing that we need to, I think, take some action on is the Christmas Eve plan.
Oh, yes. Great.
So I had that on my notes. It was added to my notes, but I appreciate that it was added because I might have forgotten to. But I think we've heard from the recorder's office that they plan to close at noon. We haven't heard definitively, but I assume that's the auditor's plan as well.
Yeah, I just confirmed that.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So we're talking about closing at noon
I
then?
mean, I think that makes sense
Sure,
that we have
yeah.
our meeting, but then to so people aren't worried about vacation and things like that, closing at noon on that day. It's not the last day of the calendar year or anything,
Right.
and obviously heading into the holiday, I think that makes sense.
And I think it's been pretty standard for auditor, recorder, and treasurer to do noon on Christmas Eve.
I believe it's been.
Yes, yes,
Sure. All right. So we'll go ahead and publish that, let everybody know.
yes.
Great.
Super.
And then I had one other thing. I wanted to note that I appreciate your assistance, both of your assistance, in getting some testimony for the hearing that's today at the House it's the House Workforce and Economic Development hearing on what is amended
It's the
Senate.
Senate.
It's the House's hearing on the amended Senate bill.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
their hearing
Yeah.
is being heard on the Senate bill that has already passed the Senate. So
Right.
it's amended Senate Bill 155. It relates to the interchange, the Boston
Right,
Road
right,
interchange.
okay.
So we had heard that hearing was coming up, and we're able to put some testimony together, written testimony on behalf of the Board of Commissioners. I know Brunswick's going to be represented there with a few folks, and then also NOACA, Grace Galucci is going to be there testifying in support of passing
Right.
amended Senate bill to the House floor, which if that could get acted on here before the end of the year.
Which actually, the House already passed their version.
The Senate's already passed their version.
Well, yeah, but this, yes, but the House passed their version. The Senate now wants the House to pass the Senate
That's right.
version. And this is when each side passes
That's right.
their own, and then the leadership works out which one actually gets.
Yeah. So I think the thought was if this,
Yeah.
and it's all scheduled for today, with
Right,
it
I know,
can be
yeah.
voted out today. So I think the thought was if they get that voted on today, then
Yeah.
it would probably ultimately be the Senate bill that gets
Let's hope.
passed by the House. But
Yep,
either
be nice.
way, you want that to happen before the end of the year.
Oh, agreed.
And so we
Otherwise, they have to start
obviously,
over again.
yeah, we made our intentions on that clear, and
Good.
I know the people of Brunswick would love to see some action on that as well.
Indeed.
So,
Yeah.
so just wanted to publicly note, one, that we've offered testimony on that, and then also to thank you both, because we had kind of a tight turnaround to get that out yesterday. So I'm glad we were
Yep.
able to do that.
Oh, thank you. No, thanks for composing that and everything.
And that's it.
Anything in? Okay. Wanted to bring out, there was an amendment that Representative Sharon Ray shared with me, and I circulated that. This involves the provision involving employee bonuses. We had passed a policy back in February of this year regarding that, looking at the ORC provision of 3525.25, 325.25, the notification of the commissioners recognizing outstanding employee performance and so forth, but that she has submitted to leadership as well as to the others a amendment to a bill that's proceeding through. I'm not sure which bill is being added to, come to think of it, but the CCL reached out to lobbyists as to whether to confirm that we would be supportive of it. This place actually, that the total amount of cash awards shall not exceed per employee in any calendar year 5% of the compensation the employee receives that calendar year. And I, go ahead.
A clarifying question on that. That's still, we still have an effect with the ORC law where they have to come to the commissioners to
right.
ask, no matter what the amount is, correct?
Correct,
Yes,
correct.
okay.
It doesn't change the underlying, but they're
Rules.
looking at the costs of the
Right.
program shall not exceed the total amount of compensation fixed by the Board of County Commissioners for the office, the department, the commission, the board or body, or for the common pleas court, county court, or county-operated municipal court. This adds that additional provision that no individual cash award can exceed by that 5%. And I think that's a reasonable limitation on that. Add that into law. And I indicated to the, like I said, CCO lobbyists that we would be most likely be supportive of this. If we want to, I can talk further with Representative Ray's office and see if they need letters of support. But if you're willing, we can compose one and put one together. Things move pretty quickly in lame duck, so it has to be.
Yes.
No, I think that's a good idea, and I think it's a
And
worthwhile effort.
I think the max is a great idea, but I also like the transparency that exists in the law to
Agreed.
show our
So-
residents that we take it seriously.
Okay.
That was I think the clarifying question I had was to Colleen's question. They don't actually have to get permission. I think the statute says they have to notify
Correct.
the Board of Commissioners, and
Correct.
I think
Correct.
and then I think that's reflected in the policy that we
Yes.
Was
Took
it-
action on last
The only
year.
limitation on it is so long as the costs of the program do not exceed the total amount of compensation
Right.
fixed.
That's
So
right.
that, there was a budgetary limit, not an individual. Now this creates an individual one that no individual one, and as we know, there are a number, or there are at least a significant number, that when we reviewed it, did far exceed
Yep.
that.
Yeah,
And
but
think
I agree
that
with
addresses that excess.
Aaron's comment, I still do like the transparency of the
Agreed.
notice.
Okay, all right, well, I'll check with Representative Ray's office and with her and see if she needs anything in writing from us, but
just an
generally, we're.
email maybe that
Yeah,
we-
I'll just,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, see if they need anything more substantive, especially if she needs to, as it goes through the process with leadership and these amendments get considered anonymous, that if that needs additional support, we can provide that. And
And-
I'll let John Honig with CCAO know that as well.
And the other thing that I like about that is it doesn't trample on our existing policy.
Agreed.
That still kind of adds an element that it's for extraordinary
Yeah.
performance. Because I think we want to be judicious with those when we're talking about bonuses associated with public money.
Yep,
Yes.
agreed. All right, cool. I'll proceed that way. That's all I have.
In that case, then I'll move to convene an executive session to consider the purchase or sale of property.
Second.
Moved and second. We will be recessing after that executive session and reconvening 11 o'clock. We have a meeting with GT Environmental, who is of the three consultants that were interviewed and reviewed their proposals for our solid waste plant management plan update by the policy committee. Their recommendation is to enter in a contract with them. At this point, we're asking them to meet with the commissioners and discuss the various issues that will need to be examined as we move forward. So, but we'll reconvene. There's no action going to be taken at that meeting, just a conversation with them. It won't be live. It'll be at 11 o'clock. So, and then after that, we'll go ahead and adjourn for the day. So, roll call on executive session.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. Everybody have a good day and a good week.